ABN Amro is plunging after Dutch authorities opened a money laundering probe into the Dutch bank. Prosecutors say it failed to report suspicious transactions and didn't carry out sufficient checks on clients. Joining us now, Philip Richards, senior bank analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence, is with us on set here in London. Now, I have a feeling I might be about to ask, or we're about to ask, a series of questions that are very difficult to answer, Philip. I mean, how serious is this? We see the share price giving a very serious reaction. ABN down 9.4% right now.
Yeah. Morning, Anna. Yeah, no, I agree. I think the main issue is we don't know. We've seen what's happened to Danske and how serious is it, or the case can get when money laundering is announced an investigation. So the potential is serious, but at this time we don't know any numbers in terms of how big suspected transactions might be, indeed if there are any. It's just there will be an investigation. But clearly it's an escalation of where we were before today.
Okay.
So in the past, when we see these money laundering investigations, other banks are often drawn in. Do you expect that to be the case here as well?
It's possible. Certainly, ING had a nearly 1 billion fine, 775 million euros last year for not having the proper checks in place for money laundering. So certainly people would put their transfer through that ABN Amro could be followed that suit. But yes, the potential. We had the Nordic banks. Now having a look at the Benelux banks. Indeed, it could send it anywhere across Europe.
This was pretty unexpected, though, was it? You mentioned other fines that happened for other banks, and there was a Dutch example recently, but this sort of came out of nowhere then?
The prosecution has certainly come out of nowhere. The ABN Amro had taken 2 charges already, both in the 4th quarter of last year and in the 2nd quarter of this year. That's actually what's called customer due diligence. So it's increasing your compliance costs. It's looking in detail at all your customers and making sure you know who they are. So that's more a case of the procedures are in place, whereas now actually there might have been something that's gone wrong, and there might be some sort of criminal case to look at.
Is there an element of, are investors getting tired of seeing all of these regulations hit banks, or are they going to keep shunning the ones as we see happening in this morning's trade that get drawn into these money laundering scandals?
Well, I think there's no doubt that the regulators are now stamping down on cases of money laundering quite seriously. So I think that all the banks are being looked at in a lot more detail on this. So no, it doesn't feel like this is a case which is about to go away and this is the end of it. It feels like this is much more a mushrooming and increasing investigation.